How's it going? Can't believe 5,000 subscribers. This video is for all of you out there, for being awesome, for your encouragement, your support, helpful tips, and I even have welcomed your criticism. I'm up here on a cycling ride, up here Highway 20, the North Cascades Highway. It's not too busy, being that it's a Monday late in the afternoon, so traffic shouldn't be too bad. I apologize for the wind, but hopefully the camera will help muffle out some of the wind sounds. So I'm going to try to talk a little bit more loudly than I normally would. But I'd like to say that if you're coming here after seeing my Being Ugly video and you're new to my channel, keep in mind, I'm off the couch. I've ditched that red striped shirt and I've been putting myself out there. So I've made a lot of progress. But I do feel like I can make a lot more. It's gonna be a long road ahead. It's not gonna be easy. I've still got those, I'm still struggling with those feelings of kind of like feeling ugly inside, not on the outside, but more so on the inside. And that's gonna take some time to resolve. And so that's why coming up here, getting away from the city, it's just a good way to kind of just put those thoughts aside, head for the hills, and get in some good uphill and downhill. I am on the second climb of this ride. There's gonna be about 4 or 5 climbs, all totaling more than 3,000 vertical feet of elevation gain. And what I've been doing this is day number 10. I am trying to do a challenge where I average 2,200 vertical feet a day, whether it's hiking or cycling. And this is day 10. So I think after today, cumulative total, I'll be right around 29,000 feet of elevation gain. And my goal is to see how long I can keep doing this up to a maximum of 22 days. And I know a lot of people are familiar with the 22 push-ups a day to raise awareness on veteran suicides. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this challenge because 4 years ago, this July, I lost a friend to suicide, and he was that one friend where I could just call him up and I'd be like, hey Griff, want to go for a bike ride? And he would say yes. Or if I wanted to do like a one-day hike through the enchantments, he would be like, I'm ready for the Sufferfest. And likewise, if he called me, he'd be like, yo Donner, you want to go for a hike? I'd be like, sure thing, I'll be down there as soon as I can. So that's why I'm doing this challenge. And like I said, I'd like to see how my body, reacts over the upcoming days. But right now, as I complete, I'm about halfway up this second climb, and I think it's important that we raise awareness on suicide and come up with much better mental health treatments. Because here's the thing. A pill is not going to help someone make friends. A pill is not going to help you become more confident dating. It might help some people out there, but it's not a solution that should be consistently used upon. In my experience, I kind of feel like I've become my own mental health advocate, using nature and outdoor activity, and sometimes just escaping the city to improve my mood. So there are times when you have to become your own mental health care advocate. So I'll be finishing up this climb, and I'll show you guys some more of this. Not really much to see here, but I'll show you guys some more awesome scenery on what I consider probably one of the best places to ride in all of Washington State. I'm about 3 to 4 miles from my turnaround point. And so for those of you who have just recently joined my channel, and especially my last video, you will have noticed that yes, I did a collaboration with another YouTuber, Celesta, and I encourage you to visit her channel. I'll post a link in the description. And so yeah, I've been doing whatever I can to get myself out of my comfort zone, and hopefully I will start actually making some deeper connections and even start hanging out with the same people on more than one occasion. I know that sounds really trivial, but that is a feat I've yet to achieve in my 40s. I have not hung out one-on-one basis with the same person. So as you can see, I've got a long ways to go, but I'm working on it. And as I come up here to this overlook area, I mean, it's, especially when you've been a loner for pretty much the past 10 or so years, you are going to be a little socially awkward, and you are going to be kind of lost when it comes to small talk. So it's a practice, and just kind of working on my self-esteem too. Now, I will say this. I am starting to, I've got 3 applications to fill out before I get to that awesome scenery right here. So I've got to fill out 3 applications, and then I've got someone that's actually working from the inside, but it doesn't guarantee me anything. What it does is it bumps up the chances that I'll get like an interview up to like 20%. Now that doesn't seem like much, but when you just send in a resume and fill out an application and don't have any referrals, it's like a 1% chance of getting that interview. Now the other thing that's really giving me hope, if this job thing doesn't pan out, is I'm going to be getting myself into a software development program. And I know I probably touched on this a little bit before, but it's a mandatory internship to graduate from the program, and many of their internships are paid. And I'm going to do the 6-month option. So right there, once I start that program, I've got no excuses. And once I've registered for classes, I think I might even man up and start asking some women out. You heard that. I might actually have enough cojones to finally make the plunge or the leap or whatever you want to call it, and start asking some women out. Because really what's pretty much been holding me back is I've got to know I'm on that right trajectory to where I'm going to get that job that's going to get me out of a roommate situation, let alone student housing. So I am doing what I can, and I'm looking, I know some of you have mentioned volunteering, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to really look into like search and rescue, or maybe being like a meadow rover, like being like a ranger and just kind of like rove the trails, you know, help people that might be lost, yeah, or like just kind of help guide people. There's many ways of volunteering, and when you're out in nature, I think that's the best way. So I'm going to be nearing the top of another kind of just an easier climb up here. A lot of things going on, but I don't want to sugarcoat things either. What I mean by sugarcoating is I'm not like cured. I still have my social anxiety, still have depression, still have my feelings of like loneliness, profound loneliness, and it's going to take time. So it's important to realize that I know I made that being ugly video over 3 months ago, and I made a lot of progress, but there's still a lot more progress to be made. Just like I've got to continue to make progress getting up this climb and getting to my turnaround point, and then having fun on the downhill. I have now crested the top of a 4.5 mile climb, about 1,100 vertical feet of gain. And so this is like what life's all about. You're going to crest your peaks, and you're going to have your valleys. The goal is to have your peaks become higher up and the valleys become more shallow. versus like when you're in a depressed state, chronic depression, you feel like your valleys are getting deeper and wider. It's kind of like a good analogy. You gotta look at life the same way. So as I come over this crest here, like I said, I don't have my ski helmet on, so I'm not gonna be able to hold my camera and go downhill at the same time. Otherwise, that's just like me putting my feet over the rim of the Grand Canyon, or doing like going for that selfie where one slip and it's game over. So I'll do a little bit of this gentle downhill here, but I'm gonna kind of keep my hands on the brakes, and I might have to actually put my camera because it's gonna get a little awkward here. So I'm gonna just kind of try my best to show you some of this footage here. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I gotta go another 1.5 miles or so, and then I'm gonna do my turnaround, and then I'll conclude this video for you guys out there, show you guys the beauty of the North Cascades. Simply breathtaking. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Now, I was mentioning something about like being on a ledge or something, and I know in one of my videos I do get a little bit close to the ledge, but I still made sure to have enough room, because you don't want to get like right on the tippy edge like some people like to do. You always got to leave room for error. So aside from that, one of the things about this road though is, as you can see, it can be pretty desolate at times. And what that means is this is bear country up here. And this is one of the few rides where I do get a little leery at times of running into a bear. So if I ever do, one of the first things I'm gonna try to do, keep calm and just be like, hey, Care Bear, don't you just wanna be a Care Bear? Aren't you like a cuddly Care Bear? Back from like the 80s, you guys are like my age, you probably may remember the Care Bears, and I think they came in different colors. But a real bear, they either come like in black, brown, or white, and I think the ones we have up here are mostly black. They might look a little brown, but you get the idea. It's just, don't panic. Plus, if I'm on a stretch of road where I've got a downhill, I'm pretty confident that I can at least hit 35 miles an hour on a downhill and outrun the bear until I get to like a more populated area. I don't know, but hopefully something like that won't happen. But if it does, hey, Care Bear, will you be like that? Won't you be my Care Bear? Woo-hoo-hoo! Pick up some speed here. Put it in my big ring. See if we can do a cool casual. Just doing a nice casual, about 18 miles an hour right now. Good old 18. One of my favorite songs from Alice Cooper, I'm 18. When I hit age 54, I will be 18 for the 3rd time in a row. It's nice just cruising along at a nice even 18 miles an hour. Might bump it up to 20 here. Woo-hoo! Hardly any traffic up here. Bellingham's got some awesome riding, but you can't beat this. Hardly any traffic up here. Almost so desolate that I'm afraid of running into a bear. Woo! Woo! Bike and flex. Can I do it? Bike and flex. That's something I used to do on my old channel. I think I did a video where I did like a bike and flex. Well, I have reached my turnaround point. I am now going back the other way. So I am going to pull off here and conclude this video by showing you guys what a view it is up here. Woo! See, that's you got to be your own health advocate sometimes. When it comes to mental illness, the hardest part is if you're in a really deep depression, it's just simply getting out of bed. That's the hardest part. But if you can do that, whew, catch my breath here for a minute when I talk. I do find I get a little out of breath a little quicker. Woo! Awesome scenery up here. Oh, wow. Get over here. I'm gonna face back the other way here. I'm not getting I think I was better out this way. But, well, guys, this video and this cycling ride showing you guys some of the scenery was all for you out there. Thank you for your continued awesome encouragement, your support, and I even welcome the constructive criticism, because hey, that's the only way I'm going to improve on myself. And who knows, I forgot to mention this, but some of you may be wondering why I didn't ask this girl that I was recently hanging out with, Celeste. Well, she's got a boyfriend. I'm not going to ask someone out if they outright tell me they've already got a boyfriend. That's just not cool. So that's why I didn't ask her out. But there are other women that I do hike with, and if I see them more than a few times, just got to gather up the courage, man up, and just kind of have that mentality of that, just as if I'm about to take a corner at high speed on my bike or on my skis. Just gotta have that confidence, because it's kind of like, no, it's time to put away the excuses. If I want to have someone to share my life with, I've got to have the cojones to get out there and just man up and just face rejection like a man. So thank you, all of you out there, and I will be back with a lot more action. I will see you guys all. Oh, why do I always stumble on these conclusions? Okay, well, I think you guys get the idea. Thank you to all of you out there, and I will see you guys later on, soon enough. Make some turn. I'm gonna have to make some turns through here. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Oh yeah.